and then like, you know, here's some loot kind of thing. I've been running for years trying to catch my own mailbox. Can't seem to. So we're like thinking about like a boss here, right? Because this is like really what matters. It's like one big target. I mean, like some bosses obviously spawn ads, so it's okay for that too. But like this is kind of useless. This thing right here for bosses. The only thing that's good about this LMG numerically is it's legendary, so it's the highest base damage, and it's got this blaze damage plus 30%. All right, but its burn stack application is way lower than the shotgun, and because the shotgun also procs plus 20% damage, plus the reload thing. So I actually think the base damage is just higher on the shotgun. Period. Now, I don't think burn stacks can get refreshed once they're at 5, if I'm not mistaken, right? So you stack them to 5, then they need to do their 5 stack damage for 6 seconds, and then they fall off and you need to reapply them. Alright. 10, Shogun. In which case the shotgun once again gains ground if it's working the way I think it's working, because every shot auto applies 2 burn stacks, assuming you don't miss, which I guess you could sometimes. But even if you do miss, it applies 1 no matter what. And then every time you shoot, you have a 50% chance to automatically reload and shoot again. And sometimes you just get crazy strings of machine gun, shotgun back to back, which you just don't have that kind of potential with the LMG or the other. Well, the other shotgun you do, but then the other shotgun's not burn. The whole point is to go nuts on burn here. But, you know, now we go back to, like, what if we get rid of burn and just use the Doombringer shotgun with Vuln? Burn does so much damage, though. But that shotgun doesn't have the 50% like auto refill your chamber thing. Is that like? Oops. Is that like something you can, like these calibration prints or whatever? Is that something you can strip off of it to have? No. Yeah, until we can fix some cabbage. There's just like a couple of them are just borked, like 3-4 areas are just borked. I'm gonna sit down with Mr. Rob and fix it, because and some of them I think are heavier fixes than just like, oh, we need to like jiggle the wire and glue it back in place after one more solder. I think we need to replace like 1 row of strips on one of the displays and stuff like that. So whenever I have a day off, that is the plan. Well, one of the plans. Yeah, I don't know, chat, man. I don't know. I think honestly just keep this. Oh, what's up, Stone? I don't need this right now, man. It's fine. I still think I have the ones in my bag. I have like 2.5K. I appreciate it though. Like, I'm not gonna pull the trigger on upgrading these right now, anyways, until probably like phase 3. We see how hard content is. High maintenance lights. Yeah, I don't know why they're such a pain in the ass. Every like 3-4 months, like one area seems to break for like no reason. Like nobody touches them or anything like that. I don't know if it's like quality lights or something, but take the thing on the ground though. Grow shroom. What does the guy do? Forgot about this frog. I mean, not that I can use it, but increases production efficiency of furnace and electric furnace. Works satire can proactively plant and harvest. How do you tell him what to plant, though? How does he know? Use it to get high? Hell yeah, brother. I don't know, man. I think I'm down for the gun swap out of... I think this shotgun is just too insane. Like, honestly, it seems like it just has, like, it's one of those, like, it has broken interactions things. In the container, give it seeds? It has, like, its own assignment window? I think it's just too nuts, man. It's just too nuts. Cool. Alright, well, you know. If I ever get my base back, I'll be more than happy to do it. Boom, 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 boom. And you got the 20% damage amp on top of it. Which outweighs the fact that it's not a legendary. Yeah, man, I think it's just too good. I honestly think it's too good. I think I'm keeping the shotgun. If I'm gonna go shotgun, that is. Or like burn, rather. Which I would like to. The 30% blaze damage is a little interesting for sure on the LMG. I think I keep this, dude. I don't see a world where this is just not better than the other shotgun, pound for pound, which is legendary, and the LMG fire. I just don't see it, dude. Like the affixes on this purple shotgun are just too broken. They're just straight up, like the synergy you can build with them is just too broken. And I think far outweighs its base damage reduction versus a legendary weapon. That's just that, man. Pistols, though. Let's talk about pistols. Let's talk about the old pistols now. Do we let go of our bullseye AoE bullseye spreading pistol for the other one? So their baseline stats are more or less throwaway the same. So the legendary pistol would do higher baseline damage. It'd have a pretty overwhelming chance to increase its attack only by 3%. And reload 1 bullet, which is big, per weak spot hit. It also has a 40% chance to shoot out another bullet at 80% damage. Me. Whereas our current one can trigger Vuln and AoE Vuln. Spreads the AoE Vuln. If there's no AoE Vuln for spreads, it gives it 25% weapon damage. And whenever you hit the weak spot of a marked enemy, you get 3% attack for 10 seconds, stacking up to 3. That's 9%. I honestly think this purple one might be better than the legendary version as well, man. Like, right? Am I missing something? 40% chance to proc a second bullet that does 80% damage. Plus 80% damage, not 80%. With one shot. You have to look through the mods. Most of the burn ones are about keeping stacks up. Has an easier time keeping stacks up than the LMG, though. That's part of the selling point. Weak spot and crits. Crits are just a chance to do extra damage, like any, crit in any game. Weak spot is like hitting enemy in the head, or, whatever monster might have a weak spot elsewhere, which does a multiplier there. So you can crit a weak spot, too. Like, those are two different things. Where'd you post the list? Let me see here. Mods. This is... Oh, hold up. Mod drop list. Trigger and burn 75% chance to get +1 burn stack. I would be interested in that, to be honest. Max burn stack +2. Wait, are these oh, these are mods. I was gonna say, is this whatever armor? What is E? Yes, yeah, face, they can. Nope. When burn is removed, stacks only -50%. What? Duration -20%. I don't understand what this mod does. When burn is removed, stacks only -50%? Stacks are only -50%. What? Oh. You only lose half the stacks. Okay, that's useless. Every stack of burn grants 3% psi intensity damage. See, that's a good one. Crit damage 40% for enemies with burn. That's a good one. And that's it. So there's like 4 good ones. You can't get these ones yet, right? The Ravenous Hunter. You can? Which one's Ravenous Hunter? Oh, in hard mode. Gear type weapon. Mask. It's a tough call between these two, but it would be one of these and one of these two. Probably this one, though. Yeah, I mean, there's... Honestly, seeing these further pushes me for the shotgun. Because the shotgun builds up stacks the way we've built it way faster than the LMG, right? Like, just like let me put this into perspective, okay? Just so we're all understanding the situation here. In terms of, let's say, just burn application. So the LMG, you're going, right? And each bullet has 18% chance to apply burn. If you get to a boss and you can't easily hit it with a shotgun, well, then we go handgun, right? If I can't hit a boss easily with a shotgun, that means I'm far enough that the LMG is spraying and probably missing a bit as well, right? Now, in an ideal world, you have both, right? But right now, you choose one. So the LMG's firing. Each bullet has 18% chance to stack burn. which is pretty low. So you have, let's say, 1 in 5 chance per bullet to apply burn. You can get up to 5 stacks. So that means, you know, on average, mathematically, it's going to take you 25 to 30 bullets of your magazine to fully apply burn stacks. And you fire... I don't know what the relative fire rate means, 500 fire rate, but I assume you fire probably about 2 to 3 bullets a second. Something like that, right? So it's going to take you a bit to get max stacks. And if you get the mod that stacks to 7, it's going to take you even longer. With the shotgun, the way we've built it, you literally apply 2 stacks per shot. Assuming you don't miss. 1 stack minimum per shot. And you have a chance to machine gun it. Is it rounds per minute? Is that what it is? No way, rounds per minute. Maybe? Actually, maybe. That might make sense. Either way. I don't think it's rounds per minute. That would be insane. You might, I mean, like, you might be right, but that sounds incorrect. Possibly. Thought it said RPM. Maybe it is. It just says fire rate. Do they have any info? Well, we have. Hold up. Oh, we had at least once upon a time an LMG. And grab them real quick and see. I don't. One. Maybe. Boop 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 boop. I think we have like a shit one we can make here. Fire rate 700. Okay, that one's slower than this is one of these. It's the Frost Vortex one. I don't know if I want to spend 4,200 making this right now, though, to be honest. I'll make like a tier 1 one. It'll be the same thing. Or he doesn't have copper in his base. We'll make a tier 2 one. Let's make some copper until it... Let's make some copper. Oh, these aren't powered, bruh. You have an electrical outage in your base. You have a regular one somewhere? Man, you haven't even satisfied your deviants at all? It's just a radio there. What in the generator? Oh. Where the hell are your generator? Oh, right there. I don't know why I want me to put a builder. Could have gotten mine into mine at Superior? Probably it is. Frog is shitting in the furnace. I don't need much, though. Should be enough. Just to make a bit of ammo just to see. Okay. Copper LMG. Oh god, the load time's so slow on this. I forgot. 1, 2. Wait, if it's RPM, we should empty. And it does 500 RPM. We should empty 100 bullets in about 12 seconds, right? In theory? Ish. Let's see here. Is that right? So you're shooting 500 bullets per minute. You're shooting 8 bullets a second. Oops. 8 point... yeah. So we're looking at about 12 seconds-ish. Should be able to clear it in 12 seconds. That'll answer some questions. Alright. So shooting when this timer hits like 5 seconds. We're hitting 12 seconds in 2 seconds. Oh, yeah, pretty close. Okay, so yeah, so that's rounds per minute. So it is rounds. So that is the metric, rounds per minute. So, okay, so that means if you're doing 8 rounds a minute and you have, let's say, 1 in 5 chance to add burn stacks, you need to go through, what did I say, like about 25 to 30 bullets. So theoretically, within like 5 seconds, you should have full burn stacks on the LMG, right? I mean, you know, you could get lucky, you could not get lucky. But like on average, it should be around that. The shotgun applies 2 every single time it shoots. And it can proc. It can proc extra hits without needing to reload, right? So that's full stacks right there already. At minimum speed. From the shotgun. Is your dummy broken mine from his burn stacks? I don't know. I guess so. I just built it. I don't know why it's not showing burn stacks. I just didn't think they did, I guess, as a result, but apparently they do. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not seeing it. I think you have, like, both, right? In the ideal world. Like Courtney's saying, like, let's say it's a boss that's difficult to get to, and you can't, like, easily get there with a shotgun. You'd have the LMG. But I think, like... I think pound for pound, you're sitting there hitting an enemy. Like, the shotgun's just better, dude. At purple value. It's just better. The 30% blaze damage is interesting. It's the only interesting thing there. But burn application, shotgun wins. doesn't have a reload stat on it, does it? It's not even really math it out. I say the shotgun will ever do more damage? What do you mean? It literally will. What are you talking about? That's exactly what I'm saying. How do you not see that? Because of 30% blaze damage? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, maybe, though. That's the only interesting fact. It's 30% blaze damage, but you apply blaze slower. So that kind of cancels out a bit of the blaze damage. It's tough to say, man. It's just so hard to compare because they're also just two different weapons. When pellet misses, you don't get that stack. Oh, okay, that's an irrelevant argument because that's the same thing for the LMG. Every bullet you miss can't apply a burn stack, right? I think you're just not a fan of shotguns, so you're arguing like biased here. But if you look at the numbers, like I don't know if I agree with you. The only we have to look at. Okay, here's what we have to do as well. The missing piece of the puzzle here. We have to look at the actual math for the fire. Is what we gotta do. So, this is status damage of 10% psi intensity every 0.5 for 6 seconds. I don't know what these burn damage factors are, but... but either way, if it's 30% higher, it would just be 13% psi intensity, right? And current psi intensity on my gear is... Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need two of these. $663. Now, you know, that would go up, obviously, if you get, like, gold gear. So 663 times 0.13. Boop, 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 boop. We're talking ticks of 86 and then x5. Come attack this dummy, where are you? Which one did you make? Oh, you know why it's not working? It's because I'm attacking a dummy in your base. It just doesn't work in your base for some reason. But yours works for yourself. Yeah, but what do we need is a target dummy. Alright, I would need my base back so I can make a target to them.